Welcome to this tutorial about the function Kanban. The Kanban, if you look at these characters up here to the top of the screen, literally mean to look at a board. And that's exactly what this function Kanban proposes to do. When we look at this board, it will tell us exactly what it is that we need to develop. So the way that this Kanban was created is we had both the reading and the listening teams go through their inventory of passages and groupings of prompts developed and then create running tallies. So I'll click on this tab entitled EC1_listening, and you can see here there are several columns and they're based upon functions. This grouping of columns is based upon the passages needed for that level 1. This grouping of columns are the advanced passages for level 1. So they have the level 2 specifications. If you scroll down, you'll see that we have done the same thing for mastery check. Now in each column you'll see that there's the name of the passage and then a number 1. And the reason that this is done is so that we can make a tally, or have Google Sheets do a tally, in this case you see 10 down here, of the number of narration passages for level 1 that we have currently developed. And as I said, you can see that this is 10. The number of description passages at level for level 1 is 5, 14 for asking and answering questions, and 9 for negotiation. For advanced passages in level 1, we have 5 for narration, 10 for description, 4 for asking and answering questions, and 5 for negotiation. That's how this whole thing works. Now I'll go to speaking. Speaking operates in the very same manner as writing, but instead of being passage-based, these are prompt-based. So these tallies right here. So for instance, EC1_speaking is the tab I'm looking at. If you look at this, we'll see the name of this, what we call a passage in the speaking group, or just a grouping of prompts. This is EC1_speaking_T1_passage2. We have 5 prompts. So for level 1 speaking, in the function of narration, we have 5 prompts. We have 1 prompt for description, 31 prompts for asking and answering questions, and 34 prompts for negotiation, which is reflective of the fact that asking and answering questions and negotiation are typically interpersonal skills that are lower level, whereas narration and description are typically kind of higher level skills. So that's how to read these. When you develop a new passage, you would put its name here. So I'll say name of passage. And when it's completed, meaning that the pedagogical or the final review is done, you put a number here, and that will increase the tally. Okay, I'm going to erase that for right now. So that's how this works. Okay, make sure though that you be sure to differentiate between speaking and writing passages and listening and reading passages. Again, here we want to enter the number of prompts, and I didn't do a good job of that, but I would put 5 if there's a group of 5, or 4 if there's a group of 4. Whereas in the listening and the reading tabs, I would just put a number 1, indicating that that is 1 passage. Okay, now that's actually, I think I'll end there for right now. So that tells you how we arrived at the creation of this document. In the next tutorial, I'll show you how to read the end mastery check totals and the functional practice totals so that you can understand what it is exactly that we need to either develop new, or if we have an inventory or a surplus of passages, what we need to do to convert those passages in order to understand how to satisfy maybe deficiencies that we have in other passage types. Meaning if we have more mastery check passages than we need to, we can convert those mastery check passages into functional practice passages. Okay, so I'll talk to you again in the next video. Thank you.